If you open your closet right now, you will probably find a highly specialized collection of footwear. You have boots for winter, sandals for summer, stiff dress shoes for work, and expensive running shoes with thick foam cushions designed to absorb every ounce of impact. We spend billions of dollars on footwear, convinced that our feet are fragile, poorly designed structures that require constant cushioning and support. But for 99% of human history, shoes did not exist. For millions of years, our ancestors walked, ran, and hunted across rocky mountains, thorny plains, and burning deserts completely barefoot. And they didn't get flat feet, bunions, or chronic knee pain. So why did ancient humans never wear shoes? And how did our modern obsession with cushioning actually break one of the most brilliant pieces of natural engineering in your body? To understand this, we have to look at what the human foot actually is. Your foot is not a solid block of bone meant to be stuffed into a leather box. It is an incredibly complex, highly active masterpiece of evolutionary engineering. A single human foot contains 26 bones, 33 joints, and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments. It is a highly flexible, self-tensioning arch designed to absorb impact, store energy, and spring you forward with every step. When you walk barefoot, your toes naturally splay outward, creating a wide, stable base of support that perfectly balances your entire body weight. But your feet aren't just shock absorbers, they are also sensory organs. The sole of your foot is packed with over 200,000 highly sensitive nerve endings. It is one of the most densely wired parts of the human body. When you walk barefoot, these nerves act like eyes for your legs. They send a constant stream of high-speed data directly to your brain, telling it exactly how hard, how tilted, and how slippery the ground is. Your brain uses this real-time data to adjust your posture, tighten your muscles, and soften your landing instantly. Walking barefoot is an active, sensory conversation with the earth. So, when did we decide to shut this conversation down? For a very long time, humans lived entirely barefoot. The earliest physical shoes ever discovered, simple sandals woven from dried grass, date back to about 10,000 years ago. But archaeologists studying ancient skeletons noticed a strange shift in human anatomy happening much earlier, around 40,000 years ago. As humans migrated into colder, harsher, northern climates during the Paleolithic, they began wrapping their feet in simple, thin animal hides for warmth. We know this because their toe bones suddenly began to shrink and thin out. Without the constant impact of the raw ground, the bones in their toes didn't need to stay so thick and robust. But these early Paleolithic wraps were basically just leather socks. They kept the feet warm, but they didn't change how the foot worked. The real biological disaster happened when we invented the modern shoe. Modern shoes, with their narrow toe boxes, stiff soles, and elevated heels, behave like a plaster cast. When you stuff your foot into a stiff shoe, those 33 joints and 100 muscles are completely immobilized. And in biology, if you don't use a muscle, the body gets rid of it. Over years of wearing shoes, the muscles in our feet weaken, our natural arches collapse into flat feet, and our toes are squeezed together into painful bunions. We are essentially wearing neck braces on our ankles and wondering why our feet feel weak. But the most damaging thing about modern shoes is the padded heel. Because modern running shoes have thick, marshmallow-like cushions under the heel, they allow us to land heavily on our heels with every step, a gait pattern called a heel strike. A barefoot human would never do this. Landing hard on a bare heel hurts. Barefoot humans naturally land on their springy midfoot or forefoot, letting their arch absorb the shock. But when we heel strike in padded shoes, the cushion masks the pain, while the physical shock wave travels straight past your foot, up your leg, and crashes into your shins, knees, and lower back. We built shoes to protect our feet, but we ended up breaking our joints. This doesn't mean you need to throw your shoes in the trash and run barefoot down a concrete city sidewalk tomorrow, but it is a reminder that our modern lifestyle is completely mismatched with our ancient biology. Your feet do not need a structural support system. They are the support system. The next time you step onto a soft patch of grass, take off your shoes, let your toes splay, and feel the ground. Your feet aren't just carrying you, they are finally doing exactly what they spent millions of years of evolution preparing to do.